The Rockets advanced to the semifinals, but oh, was it close. Toledo women's basketball is now 26-4 on the season after a tough 75-74 victory over Buffalo in the MAC quarterfinals. Toledo struggled with Buffalo all game long, trailing 68-65 late in the fourth quarter. Guess who? MAC Player of the Year Quinesha Lockett drained a three-pointer with just 13 seconds left to send the game to overtime. Overtime went back and forth, and down 74-73, Jada Jansen hit a pair of free throws to give Toledo a 75-74 lead. Lockett then forced a jump ball in the final seconds, and the Rockets prevailed with the victory, 75-74. Tournament games can be tough. Lower seeds come in at you with everything they've got trying to win the game. Winning in the tournament is their only shot at getting to postseason play. But this was much tougher than anyone expected. And now a big game looms in the semifinals for the Rockets. So Toledo will take on Kent State in that MAC semifinal game on Friday at 10 a.m. Kent State defeated Northern Illinois 75-68. They jumped out to an early lead and led by 13 points at halftime. Northern Illinois did try to make a little bit of a push in the fourth quarter, but they couldn't close the gap enough. So Toledo will play Kent State. They played them twice in the regular season, winning 77-68 at Kent and then 64-60 at home. You might remember that game at home was just a week ago. Toledo trailed in that game by 14 points about midway through the third quarter. And then they got hot and took over, and they won the game. Close one, but they won it 64-60. Now, this is big. This is in the semifinals. Kent State is going to play even tougher than they did in that game. Toledo's going to have to come at them right from the start and really play their A game. They want to get to the championship game. I expect Kent State to pull out everything they've got. And the Rockets have had a couple of games here lately now where they've struggled a bit early on. And even in this game against Buffalo, it seems like they struggled pretty much all game long, but they found a way to win it. That's the difference. But Kent State is much better than Buffalo. They're not going to be able to let them hang around. They don't want them to hang around. They're going to want to take control of this game early on. So this will be a very interesting matchup. The other semifinal game is going to be Bowling Green against Ball State. And, it's pretty much what we expected here. It would be Toledo, Kent State, Bowling Green, and Ball State. Of course, there's a possibility of Northern Illinois beating Kent State, I thought. And, they just couldn't keep up with Kent State throughout the game. They trailed most of the game, pretty much the entire game to them. So pretty much the four teams, though, that were the top four seeds that were expected. And like I said, a few weeks ago, Toledo getting the number one seed would be huge for them because they would be able to avoid Bowling Green and Ball State until the championship game. And that's what it turned out to be. So Bowling Green and Ball State are going to have a heck of a game in the semifinals. And one of those teams will play the winner of Toledo and Kent State in the championship game. Like I said, 10 a.m. on Friday is the semifinal game between Toledo and Kent State. And, for the Rockets, very tough game against Buffalo. Maybe that helps them to play better here against Kent State. I think at this point, 26 wins, with the wins they've had, they have a pretty good, strong consideration for an at-large bid. But they want to keep winning, So hopefully they can keep winning and win the MAC tournament and then get the automatic bid into the NCAA tournament.